Hey there, wrestling fans. What's going on? This is a very special podcast edition. It's a Q&A version. I have one of my friends from the YWC, and go ahead, my friend, introduce yourself.
My name is Heelsteven. You can follow me on Twitter at Heelsteven and subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Heelsteven.
Yeah, thank you very much to come on board.
My pleasure, man.
Okay, first thing I want to discuss, of course, is a Q&A wrestling topic for podcasts. Number one, how many wrestling DVDs or Blu-rays do you have for your wrestling collection?
Let's see here. I got like a good amount of, I want to say 20, I got like around 15, 20.
Wow.
They're more like indie, Ring of Honor, high spot.
That's cool. Do you are you gonna keep buying them, or are you just not gonna buy as much?
I mean, I can buy some, but I buy them then and there. I don't buy them like I used to every fucking time back in the day. Put my money on it. Now it's like,
Yeah.
I buy some then and there, but then again, also think about it, the WWE network. So
Okay.
at the same time, there really isn't the necessity of going to like, an FYE or the Best Buy or Walmart to buy.
Okay. Question number two. Speaking of the W Network, what's your thoughts currently of the W Network?
Of the WWE network, again, when it came out, I thought it was amazing. The fact that it's literally a Netflix for wrestling. So again, it's an amazing thing. You can literally go through history, go through stuff from the 80s, even the early 90s and all that. Again, it's amazing to see. Relive some old memories, if you will. I think it's a good thing. The price itself is fair. It's $10 a month for 6 month commitment. All right, let's be honest. I think a lot of people got WWE Network just to have WrestleMania 30. I'll be honest. I rarely go on the network now. The only time I ever go on is whether it's a special event, like tomorrow, the Payback, live on the network. You know what I mean? Or last Thursday, NXT Takeover.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, because if you have it, awesome. If you don't have it, I'd recommend you get it. But at the end of the day, it's up to the person really if they can really afford it or not.
That's true. Number three is, have you ever been to a live TNA house show, pay-per-view, or W pay-per-view, or anything like that,
Well, I've been to numerous shows. I've gone to an Impact back in like 2008. I have a cousin who lives in Florida, and he was in Universal Studios. I remember that, but that was that one time back in the day. But as far as the WWE is concerned, my first house show that I went, the first house show, I was 6 years old. My father took me to MSG, Madison Square Garden, for a WWE house show. I believe the main event was Shawn Michaels versus Mankind, the title. Alright, the second time I ever gone was Survivor Series 2002. I was there when they had the first Elimination Chamber match where Shawn Michaels beat Triple H. Then I went to, I believe it was No Mercy of, what was it, 2004. Yeah, it was the last fight match at JBL and Undertaker.
Damn.
I went to WrestleMania 29, which was obviously local. I did not get to Raw 30, which sucked, but looking through it. I got to some Ring of Honor events as well. And obviously the last two events that I've gone to was Extreme Rules. I was literally last month at the this month at the Allianz Center, and Ring of Honor, New Japan, World of War from the Hammerstein Ballroom. So there you go.
That's pretty awesome. Okay, I think this is question number three, or is it four? I forgot, Steve. What number is it now?
I think it's 4, I think.
Okay, question number four. Do you think Sting will ever sign with WWE, or if he did, when do you think he will show up on WWE programming?
I think as far as things concerned, like I think the guy, he'll be signed. He signs. To my understanding, he's doing some appearances on the network, which is fine. Think about it. Obviously WWE, they're trying to push out. I'm sure they are real soon. They're going to start pushing out the WCW content on the network. And who is better than to promote the WCW content than the guy who literally was the face of WCW, which is Sting, right? If he does come in, it could possibly be for SummerSlam or start the hype for SummerSlam. Because obviously SummerSlam will be in California, where Sting's from. But again, if he does show up, great. I think he would be like a manager slash general manager role. But then again, to be honest, I don't feel that wrestling, or in this case the WWE, needs a general manager anymore. So there really is branch rules. There's no Raw roster, there's not a SmackDown roster. But gotta bring in this guy, bring him in, let him be a GM. I gotta start the guy. Who knows really? I'm sure he'll have his WrestleMania moment. I'm sure he'll be a Hall of Fame bound, of course. But again, time will only tell.
Yeah, you're right. Another thing is about this whole CM Punk. I'm sorry. Question number 5. What's your thoughts about the CM Punk? I know he's going to Blackhawks game and all the good stuff. There's a lot of rumors going around. So what's your thoughts on CM Punk, the best in the world?
You mean the best quitter in the world?
Yeah, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, go for it.
The best quitter in the world. I mean, I don't mean to come off as a disrespectful person. I don't mean to come off as a regular asshole, but let's be honest. The guy quit. At the end of the day, the guy quit. He quit his job. All right? To my understanding, he was not happy with the way his character went, the way his direction that he was going. Apparently, he didn't want to do a program with Triple H or WrestleMania 30, which I thought they could have had a good match. But at the end of the day, CM Punk was the WWE champion for 134 days. Yes, he wasn't really given that champion respect, as in his matches never really main evented, as in the only time he ever main evented was when he defended against Del Rio and The Miz at TLC 2012. He also was TLC 20. I'm back. TLC 2011. I'm sorry. TLC 2011. It was him and John Cena. We were Night of Champions 2012 as well. Yeah, that as well. 2012 Night of Champions. And when he lost the title to The Rock at Rumble 2013. All right, I get that. Fine. It wasn't right because to me, it doesn't matter. To me, this is like rule number 1 in wrestling. Your world title always main events. It doesn't matter what it is. It's always the main event of WWE, TNA, Ring of Honor. It doesn't matter. The world title is the important title. Right? But nonetheless, he was still champion for 134 days. He had the best title run in the last 20 years. All right? But yeah, you see guys like, a JTG, which I'm still surprised the guy still signed like that. But you have guys like him, Justin Gabriel, Tyson Kidd was a workhorse at that. Zack Ryder, Kurt Hawkins, who are not on TV all the time. They're not. The only time you see them on TV when they're getting squashed by, a newcomer. But you don't see them complaining. You don't see them quitting their job. You know what I mean? I get it. There's fans who feel that way he did. Well, it's great. So it was him saying, that's his way of sticking into WWE because this big man. But at the end of the day, whether people want to admit it, or not, he's fucked over a lot of people. He's fucked over the fans that paid money to see him at live events, at all these Raws, SmackDowns, the pay-per-views. I remember I had a couple friend of mine who traveled from the UK to WrestleMania 30 in New Orleans, who were supposed to see him at Access. They wanted to meet him at the VIP session. Then days later, they found out that no, come to be there, who's taking this place is Ric Flair. At the end of the day, I don't agree with the way he walked out. I thought the guy should have, manned up, finished his contract, then Let me give you an example, okay? Let me give you a perfect example, okay? You own, for example, the Chicago Bulls, right? An example, okay? An example. And the Chicago Bulls managed to go to the NBA playoffs. And your star of your team, Derrick Rose, gets you to the playoffs, but before game one tells you, you know what, I'm leaving. And mind you, he has like a year left on his contract. But for no reason whatsoever, he decides to leave. How would you feel?
Pretty shaky, but like, you know what? I know a lot of people are mad about Punk, but at least he's smart, sort of. I don't know why he did it. That's his business, not ours. You know what I'm saying, Steve?
Yeah, I see what you mean, but there's people here that think he did the right thing. At the end, they think, oh my God, he's amazing. No, I mean, at the end of the day, let's be honest, a lot of people jump on the CM Punk bandwagon right after the pipe bomb. Like he did on June 27, 2011. I remember that date because that was the day of my birthday. So literally, after that pipe bomb, you had a sea of people claiming to be CM Punk fans all of a sudden.
Yeah, go figure. Yeah. Maybe because the reason he wants to quit is because he don't want to be like a Hogan or a Flair, keep wrestling, then you can't enjoy life, I mean, maybe that's just my opinion, you know what I'm saying, Steve?
Yeah, of course I agree with him, but at the end of the day, he's apparently now he's retired. 35, let's be honest. Who would not want to retire at age 35?
Yeah, I love to.
But at the end of the day, the difference between us and him is that he had a contract.
Yeah.
He was in a contractual obligation with WWE. But, and again, he only had 6 months left on his deal. What he should have done is be a professional about it. You know what? Let me finish off these 6 months, and then I'll leave. I'll go out to the sunset. I'll go and paint chairs at Wrigley Field, and do all the charity events. Yeah. And again, listen, whatever makes him happy, fine. But that's my opinion.
Okay, number 6. What is the worst stable you ever seen in wrestling overall, Steve? The worst stable.
The worst stable. I would have to say Team Rocket. I'm just kidding.
Team what?
Team Rocket. I'm just kidding. Good question. I would say the Spirit Squad.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I know it's kind of funny, but overall, it's just a waste of airtime, saying, Steve?
To me, it's a bunch of guys who were cheerleaders for months.
Yeah. Okay, number 7. What was the best promo? Like for pay-per-view or anything. Like for example, like yesterday RVD promo. He's gonna return the return promos. That's what I'm trying to say. What's the best return promo for WWE or overall in wrestling business?
Best promo I've seen in wrestling.
Of the returns. The return promo like Y2J or The Rock, that kind of thing.
Oh, the return hype.
Yeah, the return hype. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, the video package. Okay. Question here, man. I would have to say, I think it was back in 2003. They brought in Goldberg.
Oh yeah, that was awesome. Yep.
And unfortunately, it didn't really connect because Goldberg really, you can just tell the guy didn't give a shit anymore. He was there to get a paycheck and just get it.
Yep, you're right about that. Okay, question number 8. What would be a great place in the future to hold a WrestleMania, Steve?
I would say UK, England, Wembley Stadium.
Yeah, that'd be perfect. I know Go ahead, I'm sorry, go ahead.
One thing I'll say, they feel that UK audience are more passionate than we are here in America. And I feel like whenever the WWE goes to the UK, they are explosive. Literally, from the opening bell to the final segment of the show, they are just going balls to the wall. Granted, when we watch it, it's a pre-taped or edited out. But you can just imagine when they come over here for WrestleMania weekend, and it's the Rock or Mania, you can kind of get the feeling of what the truth are about. Even in WrestleMania 30, but still, I do feel that they are deserving to have the WrestleMania event in the UK.
Yeah, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, look at it happened at SummerSlam '92, and that was back in the that before internet got really big, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think it could happen one day, but if, I don't know how we can get the video footage on it. Maybe they'll have it like Sunday afternoon. You know what I'm saying, to make it live.
Yeah, I'll have to get for Sunday afternoon, like at this time. After that, that's how we'll watch it.
It's gonna happen eventually.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Question number 8. Question number 8. What's your thoughts on SummerSlam being in LA for what 6 years in a row or whatever? I mean, would you like to have a different place, different location for SummerSlam in the future?
I mean, to my understanding, SummerSlam is going to be in LA again, and supposedly next year they're looking at having it in New York or in the East Coast because apparently WrestleMania 31 is going to be in Santa Clara,
Yes.
California. So, to my understanding, because of that, they're planning on bringing SummerSlam to the East Coast. And I think, again, if you're WWE, you gotta think of, okay, if you're gonna bring SummerSlam, the biggest show of the summer, to the East Coast, what is the number one hot spot in the East Coast during the summer? And that is Miami.
Yeah.
So most likely, definitely, I see you going to Miami.
You really think so? SummerSlam will be in LA? I mean, Miami?
I mean, think about it. Think about this logic. Okay, if you're WWE, okay, where do you take your biggest show of the summer? In the summer, it's literally in the East Coast. Where's the number one hot spot for a summer vacation in the East Coast during the summer?
And it's Miami.
Miami, Florida, Miami. Think of that. And right now, literally, Miami is the East Coast version of LA. So, of course, you do Miami.
Yeah, okay. Question number 9.
Or New York. Again, that will help you. New York, but again, never know.
Okay, question number 9. Have you met anyone from the YWC yet? Yes or no, Steve?
I've met certain people. I've met, obviously, Killer Bill Demon 669, Ethan Gilmore. I met Break the Walls 10. I've met Monoxide. I met, not really met, I actually bumped into King 169, things like that. I'll also, who else did I meet? Mando POV, that's a friend of mine. I met him at Extreme Rules. But yeah, pretty much from the YWC, I guess I met, other than knowledge of wrestling, my cousin, so yeah.
Okay, question number, what, is it 10 now?
I would believe so, yeah.
Okay, question number 10. What's your thoughts on Dolph Ziggler not getting a push like he did a couple years ago?
It's a crime in itself. The guy is talented. You can tell us, fans want to see the guy get pushed again. Unfortunately, because of the maybe because of the next said apparently, but again, I think it's stupid of that. It's what's your opinion? But again, WWE, they don't understand that in my opinion.
Yeah, he should get pushed, but I guess that major concussion really screwed him up, you know?
Yeah.
So that sucks. I mean, I don't understand, but they like to use old guys. I mean, not old guys, but the guys who was on the roster for a long time, and they don't use the guys who was never on TV as much, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's part of wrestling, I guess, or WWE. Question number 11. What's your thoughts, speaking not on TV, what's your thoughts the people who are not on TV lately? Does that really piss you off?
What happened? Say that again?
What's your thoughts the people who deserve to be on TV are not on TV lately?
I mean, again, it's business, There's people that we want to see on TV that unfortunately WWE won't see as all. We can't put them on. Or people that we feel like that should not be on TV that for some reason they decide to put on TV. But they feel like it's the right thing to do. In reality, it's not.
Yeah, question number, I think 12. What's your thoughts on 3MB?
Yeah, they grew on me. So why not, right? They grew on me.
Yeah, but after a while, probably eventually they're gonna break up, and hopefully they go their separate ways because I'm getting tired of them right now.
Absolutely, yeah.
Um,
Absolutely.
Number 13. Um, what's your thoughts on W World Heavyweight Champion? The belt overall. Do you think they should go separate ways like they did a while back last year, or keep it as it is?
I mean, you gotta realize the reason why they separated the titles back in the day because they were two different brands. There was the SmackDown brand and the Raw brand. And now that really there isn't a brand split anymore, there's no need to really have two titles. You might as well just keep one champion in particular. Well, you're more than likely to just have one belt down the line. They're gonna get rid of a belt. They're gonna
Yeah.
have
Yes, I agree.
so most likely they're gonna get rid of the big gold, the world heavyweight title. They're gonna keep the WWE title.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. Okay, number 14. What's your thoughts on Bad News Barrett?
I like it at first. I scratched my head to why he's not, wrestling. Why just, having a segment. But nonetheless, he made it work. And you gotta give the man credit for that.
Yeah, it took a long time. I thought he's gonna get pushed, but he's getting pushed. But it really makes me mad, Steve. Once again, he's IC champion, but he's got to move up from that. Get away from that ranking. But I guess he's got to start from scratch. Because I know he got hurt a while back. He supposed to be in the Money Bank, never happened, and he got to start over.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So it sucks. But hopefully they push him correctly. But whatever. Question number is it 15? 14. What's your thoughts on Jack Swagger?
I feel bad for the guy. The guy was world champion, then they had him jobbing. He'll be a guy that will never reach another big level again, to be honest.
Yeah, I was never a big fan of him. He's like a ripoff of Kurt Angle, and he is.
I mean, you gotta realize in wrestling now, people rip off one another.
Yeah, that's true. But, of course, the original is always the best.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, question number 15. Let's see here. Do you miss Taz in the W right now, or not really anymore?
Not really. I mean, at the end of the day, in not everything stays the same. You always people switch around. For example, back in the day, everyone assumed that Jr. and Jerry Lawler will always do Raw, and that will never change. And now, look where we're at now. You have Michael Cole, Jerry Lawler, who still remains, and JBL doing commentary. So at the end of the day, as far as Taz is concerned, I was a fan of his ring work because he was a great wrestler, but I never thought he was a great color commentator.
Yeah. Number 16. What's your thoughts on Michael Cole and Jerry the King Lawler currently?
Michael Cole and Jerry the King Lawler currently? I mean, it's cool. Honestly, I would prefer Jerry Lawler and Jim Ross and JR, but at the end of the day, like I said before, nothing really lasts forever.
Yeah, that's true, but I think it's time for Jerry King Lawler to do his own thing, but I'm not a big fan of Michael Cole. Never will be. I mean, maybe back in the day when he was backstage, but I don't think he's the best announcer right now currently. But everyone have their own opinion about Michael Cole.
Of course.
Question number 18. Who do you think or want to win the Money in the Bank this year?
I actually did a video on this literally hours ago. And apparently, it's being reported that WWE is in plans to have Cesaro win.
Oh, wow.
So if it actually happens, I'd be happy for it. I think it's very good.
That's cool. Yeah, he needs a major push because he was champion and he was not gonna do nothing with the belt.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Actually, any of the belts don't mean squat. Especially the mid carders don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
And that's sad, but whatever. I guess times are changing. Okay, question number, I think 20, whatever. Who do you think is the best manager in wrestling history overall.
Bobby Wayne.
Yeah, he was awesome. And I know he's sick, and I don't know if he's gonna pull through or not, but he don't look good. I saw his pictures recently, and wow, that's not very good.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
Question number one: who is the best diva overall in wrestling world?
Overall in the wrestling world, well, I guess you're referring to women's wrestler, right? Okay. I would say Fabulous Moolah.
Yeah, she was good back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah, she always had like 20 something years, so that tells me a lot right there, man.
Oh yeah. 21. Who's the best heel from the Attitude Era or currently?
But the Attitude Era, best heel. I'd have to say, Vince McMahon.
Yeah, he was freaking awesome.
He was awesome. The whole Austin McMahon feud.
Oh yeah, I love it. That was great for ratings for Raw, SmackDown, pay-per-views. Great. It was awesome, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Number 23. When do you think McMahon will come back on TV?
I don't think he'll come back. I mean, I'm sure he's backstage, and all that, but I don't think that personally he's going to be back anytime soon.
Yeah, I think he spent time with his grandkids more.
I think it's quite obvious now that Triple H is in charge of the company. Man, which is fine. I think honestly it happened because I think if Vince is still around, you would not be seeing what you see today. There would not be a performance center. There would not be NXT takeover or something like that. I think Vince is an old-fashioned guy in the sense where if it was up to him, Daniel Bryan would not been a champion. If it was up to him, there would be a performance center. They'd still be doing FCW and Tampa, developmental, and all that.
Yep. Question number 24. What's your thoughts on WWE video games from the past and present?
I mean, it's really been the same pattern. It's been the same deal, except to get tired of the wrestlers. But hopefully, 2K15 is the one that really, makes a difference.
Yeah, it's the same old stuff. The only thing that's different about it is the roster, you know?
Like, to my understanding, there's so much talk about 2K14 and all that, but honestly, to me, the game, in a way, at the end of the day, it was pretty much the same thing like WWE 13, pretty much the same work from THQ got to be done by 2K.
Yeah, and then I think they overhype it, and then when I play it, it's the same old shit. It's the same thing for any sports games, you know?
Yeah.
But whatever. I don't know. Number 25. Is any wrestler have you met in the past or present or maybe in the future we'd like to meet?
I've met a couple of wrestlers. I've met Wrestling Weekend. I met Tyson Kidd. I met Paige. I met, unfortunately, Jimmy Hart, the guy who stole my name. But whatever. I met Kevin Steen. I met Eddie Edwards. I met AJ Styles. I met Jushin Thunder Liger. I met Jake Lethal. I met Okada. I met Hiroshi Tanahashi and Shinsuke Nakamura. And the Briscoe brothers and Young Bucks and my brother.
Oh, sweet. Number 27. Let's see here.
And Matt Hardy.
Oh, that's awesome, man. You got a whole list. What's your thoughts on YouTube lately? Do you like it, dislike it for wrestling videos? That's what I'm trying to say.
I mean, the problem is with YouTube, the people who make wrestling videos, it's always the same concept. Like, you always have people, doing prediction videos, doing reviews. It's always the same format. So I feel like, in a way, it really isn't that much of originality anymore. Don't get me wrong. There's still people here that, that make videos, that, voice their opinion, which is great. But at the same time, it's one of those things where nowadays you see people come on, they think they can do it, but guys, they can't even do it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I mean, there's nothing really to discuss about wrestling. Like maybe reviews or huge news that may happen or may not happen, or DVD pickups or road trip videos. But overall, it's the same old stuff. But people love to do it. People love to do it. You know.
Yeah, of course.
Like me, tomorrow I'm going to Payback, and of course I'm gonna make a video on it. Like my friend Nick. You know, but it's great to go there live. You know, pay-per-views.
Are you doing a day in the life vlog or?
Probably something like that, you know. I do the best I can, you know.
Of course.
But I just hopefully I meet someone from the YWC. But if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it's not really a big deal. There's always WrestleMania 31, you know.
Oh, you'll meet people. You will. Just show up your camera and damn, they'll pop up.
Yeah, but sometimes when I do it, it's always the bad time, you know.
Yeah, to that.
But see here. Question number 29. See here. See here. Do you miss when the Raw used to be 2 hours instead of 3 hours?
Yes, I do. To me, seeing the 3 hours sometimes grueling, especially when they have a crappy show or a show that's better. But it happens.
Yeah, I don't think they will ever go back to 2 hours.
They should, but they're not.
Nope, they should. They should listen to the fans. You know, we watch this shit every freaking weekend, but I mean every Monday night. But whatever. I'm glad that SmackDown will never be 3 hours. It'd be too much, you know.
Yeah.
Speaking of SmackDown, question number 30: do you think SmackDown will ever be live permanently?
It'd be cool to see it live. I had a rumor of the planning on doing it, but again, it's a matter of when and how they'll do it. You know?
Yeah. Number 31: isn't main event now live now on the W Network now?
It is. Yes, I'm not saying it's on the network now. Live.
Okay, so so it's not on TV anymore, right? Main event.
Not from the network now.
Okay, I was just curious though. Let me see. I know a lot. Okay, number 31. A lot of people don't like the W Network for some damn reason because I guess not great quality. It all depends what kind of internet service you have. Correct?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
I told people that, but they don't want to hear it from me. But it's got to be their internet service. I think that's a great invention. Is the W Network? Can you imagine if we had this back in the Attitude era? We could save so much money on DVDs or tapes. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
But the technology was not there, you know?
Yep.
And I think the W Network will be here for life. That's why I thought about the XFL, and it was a disappointment, you know?
Yeah, it was, man. Absolutely.
But actually, I attended the event back in the day in Chicago, and it was kind of different, you know?
Yeah. Of course.
Number 31. Do you think... What?
Actually, 32.
Okay, 32. Do you think The Rock will ever come back in the near future around WrestleMania time for another WrestleMania paycheck, or is he done?
I think at the end of the day, if he comes back, he comes back. But I think he's going to come back, he's got to wrestle right. At the end of the day.
Yeah, but I like to come back. I like him to come back, but I know he's making more money making movies, you know?
Yeah.
Number 33. What's the biggest shocker we'd like to see this summer for 2014?
Cesaro cashing the money in the bank. No way.
The same night?
I don't know if it's night, but hey, it happened.
Number 34. What's your thoughts on Daniel Bryan for the Sunday night? What do you think something's gonna? Do you think something's big gonna happen? Do you think it's gonna drop the belt, or what?
I don't think he will. I think it's gonna happen. He's gonna keep the title. I mean, from my understanding, what's gonna happen is they might end up on TV wise, get rid of Bleach. I think they should. But again, something that we were talking about here. Like right now, they have a certain idea, and tomorrow that whole idea gets changed.
Yeah, they don't need her on TV. She's just a waste of. I mean, don't let her be part of the storyline, you know.
Exactly. Yeah.
But whatever. But That'd be great if you could hold that belt all the way through WrestleMania 31, but that's a long way from now, you know.
Yeah, of course.
But if Punk could do it that long, why cannot Daniel Bryan? But then maybe if they do that, then they each in your face, Punk, you know.
Absolutely.
But I think eventually somebody's gonna break up Punk's record down the road, you know.
Yeah, most likely.
Number 34. Do you think would anyone break Ric Flair's title run?
It should not happen. It shouldn't, but I got a feeling that it will happen.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I think the one guy who could do it right now is John Cena.
Unfortunately, yeah.
That's sad. I don't think anyone, I mean, too late now, should get in double digits of championships. No one.
Yep.
Except Flair, you know. They did it to Triple H, they did it to Edge, John Cena. I don't know who else got double digits. Who else?
Absolutely.
Who?
Huh?
Who else got double digits for title wins?
With double title wins?
Yeah, you know, like for like
Yes.
you know like Edge. I mean, like Ric Flair got 13-time champion. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Who else got it? Is it John Cena and who?
Cena Triple H. Cena Triple H.
Okay, who else?
I think also Orton.
Okay, see, there's no reason. The only one guy should do it, and that's Flair. No one should get double digits. No one except Flair, you know.
I agree.
But whatever. I think W is just gonna. I don't know. It just makes me mad. I just don't want to see a 20-time champion, and that really hurt Ric Flair's feelings, probably. You know.
Yeah, of course not. Absolutely.
Okay, number 36. See here. Have you ever get ringside seats, or you like to get ringside seats for any W pay-per-view or TNA pay-per-view?
It'd be cool, but it costs money.
Hell yeah, it does. Shit, it's like an arm or a leg, you know?
Yeah.
Number 38. Have you ever been on TV before?
I heard rumors that apparently I appeared on Extreme Rules, but I didn't see it, to be honest.
It's hard being on TV, damn, you know?
Yeah, it is.
They like to pick up the people who have signs, and that really helps, you know?
Yeah.
39. What's your thoughts on signs? Do you think it's kind of irritate you with the ones who don't have signs, and then they block your view?
Not really. I mean, honestly, it's whatever to me. Like, I've sat in places where a guy was bigger than me was blocking my view, or a guy was bigger than me sitting next to me was pushing. But the other day, 5 at the time.
Yeah, okay, number 40, the last one is, do you like the current W and World Heavyweight Championship belt? I mean, you like those belts or what?
I mean, the world title, the WWE world title, the big gold, it has so much history behind it. Alright? It's like literally the last representation of WWE. But as far as the WWE title is concerned, the big W, at first I didn't like it, but as so many times I've seen it on TV, it grew on me. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's whatever now.
Yeah,
If it comes up to me, they bring back the weak people. But I understand.
I think it's better than the spinning belt, but you know, the last few years, the spinning belt, they don't spin, so it's time for a makeover. So that's all for the Q&A podcast version. You have anything to say? Go ahead, plug your channel or whatever you want to do again, Steve.
Oh, thank you, Robert, for having me on. I appreciate it. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Heelsteven. You can follow me on Twitter @Heelsteven. Also subscribe to my weekly podcast channel, youtube.com/TeamHeelPodcast. And also like the Team Heel Facebook page, facebook.com/GutCheckPodcast.
No problem. Tell everyone who's your special guest recently on your show lately.
Well, the last edition is actually you.
Yep, and check it out. All the information will be down below, and he does a good job on his videos. And tomorrow, my friend and myself will go on Payback. There'll be some awesome video footage. I'm not too sure when that's gonna be up. Have patience. Hopefully, I meet my friend Pico or Kevin or someone from the YWC from at Payback, and most likely I'm going Mania 31. So whoever's listening, I'm going to WrestleMania 31. Hopefully see you there, Steve, but I know it's so early in the year. You know what I'm saying, Steve?
Absolutely.
So thanks for watching. I mean, I don't know why I said thanks for listening. You want to say goodbye to your viewers out there, Steve?
Peace out, guys. Have a good day. Enjoy your weekend. And we're out.
Yep. Have a good weekend and enjoy Payback tomorrow night, live from Chicago, Illinois, or AK Rosemont, Illinois, whatever. Peace out, and the tag team champions are out here. Later, everyone. Thanks for listening.